BioWare Corp. EA. And welcome to walkthroughs, I guess, playthrough of Mass Effect! I'm Dershwine, and we're playing Mass Effect on Xbox 60, by the way. And this is gonna be a good series. And, yeah, it's gonna be one of those marathons. I will be playing through all three of the Mass Effect trilogy with DLC on Xbox 360 in preparation for, as a marathon, in preparation for Mass Effect Andromeda, which is coming out. It was going to come out the first, what do you call those? The first quarter of 2016, but unfortunately, it was put. Well, fortunately for me, unfortunately, they got pushed back to the V4. Fortunately for me, but unfortunately for everyone else, it got pushed back till the second quarter and might get pushed back again. So, yeah, I was planning on doing this. I was planning on doing this marathon this month, or these 3 months till it comes out, as gaming season is now over for me. Well, it will be over as soon as I finish Titanfall 2 and Battlefield 1, but I'm almost done Battlefield 1, and Titanfall 2 will be shortly after that. I've still got a million other series which I'm doing, but I need to get Mass Effect done. Now, in case you do not know, which you may not have, because Mass Effect 3 came out in 2012, um, it was an EA, yeah, of course it's an EA game, of course it's a BioWare game, you most likely would have heard it, but in case you have not, Mass Effect. Now, while Mass Effect is a great sci-fi third-person tactical shooter RPG, but that's not why Mass Effect is so endearing. No, it's not all. I mean, it's also the story in the universe, which is really good, reminiscent of Star Trek, Star Wars, Halo. Um, Mass Effect is one of those great video game sci-fi universes, or just universes, period. But it's not that. It's because Mass Effect was made to be a trilogy. Now, BioWare was a moderately was a no, BioWare's been around. This was not BioWare's first game. This was not EA's first game, not by a long shot. BioWare did something called Dungeons and Dragons Baldur's Gate that had two sequels, as well as BioWare also done some other games. Which I'm looking up right now. I do apologize. Yeah, Baldur's Gate, Neverwinter Nights, Star Wars Knights of the Republic, and Jade Empire. And all of them, what I just mentioned. Oh, give me a second. All those which I just mentioned are great games. Are great games in their genres and RPGs. But that's not why Mass Effect is great. It makes it different, it being a set trilogy for a new IP. But what makes Mass Effect great? Makes Mass Effect the reason why a lot of people should play the game? The reason why everyone has played. The reason why people that have played the game play the game. It's only for those that which I mentioned, which are all great. It is because every decision you make in Mass Effect, every single one of them has will go through not only the game, will not only affect the game, but will affect Mass Effect 2 and will affect Mass Effect 3, including the ending of Mass Effect 3. Though that's was up to debate when Mass Effect 3 first came out. But we'll go back. Watch this first. Mass Effect. Okay, I want to get that out of the way in case I basically didn't want to wait for like 5 minutes. But yeah, and even unlike games that do that, like let's say The Witcher, which games that remember games that carry have endings that carry over from one game to another. Which by the way, Mass Effect 1 came out in 2007. Mass Effect 2 came out in 2010, and Mass Effect 3 came out in 2012, like I mentioned. Most games that do that carry on after your ending. Basically, you select an ending or it reads your save file of the previous game and it affects the current game. There are games that don't do that. There are games that just pick an ending or merge them, like Deus Ex, like Deus Ex, like Command and Conquer, like I can't think of the name. Oh yeah, like Metro 2030 or 2033. But Mass Effect not only does it and there's games that where your decisions may make some difference in the next game, like again Witcher 3, but those are rare and they're not like this. What makes fact what makes Mass Effect even more special, add on to that, is one little tiny decision in Mass Effect 1 at the very beginning of the game actually makes a ginormous difference in Mass Effect 3 at the end of the game. I can't give an example because I'll probably spoil the same thing if I remember, but I don't remember. But it's basically, if that's not true, it's really close to being true, and I believe it is true. Um, so yeah, I mean, basically, you go through Mass Effect 1, make all your decisions, go through go through Mass Effect 2, see something cool, but you don't see a decision reflected in Mass Effect 2 or the ending Mass Effect 1. It's in Mass Effect 3, which is really amazing. Now, Mass Effect 3, when it first came out, was very controversial because people thought it was very shallow and not well done. And people hated Mass Effect 3 for it, even though they loved the game up to the ending, and they hated it. They eventually released a patch that added on to the ending, telling you what happened, uh, telling you what happened. Let's give you a better summary of the events because it didn't really summarize. It basically just left it at the end of the game, which I'm not going to spoil, but at the end of the game, it doesn't really use your decision so much, but it just spits out. But again, DLC equals decision making. But anyway, so yeah. Now moving on. Now we move on. Now we did the Mass Effect 3 controversy. Let's do Mass Effect 1's controversy, which will actually affect the series 2 and 3. Now, again, when Mass Effect came out, it was 2007. Neither the games, especially console games, actually, they're not like there was any other kind. I'm not saying they were only console games. I'm saying games on console were like PC games, but it was really, really taboo, and it's something you never did unless you wanted to go way out of the you want to go really out of left field. You want to do something really progressive. Now, I knew it's unfortunately commonplace, but oh well, and much worse than Mass Effect. But yeah, basically, now Mass Effect isn't ever the game. But when Mass Effect first came out, I've only really heard stories because this was before I was watching really news, or watching my grandma watch news anyway. Because today I just watched CNN. My grandma watches everything. But besides that, when when it first came out, Fox News hated it. Now Fox News, if you don't know who they are U.S. new well they're a U.S. cable news organization who also do local stuff as well. But they are hyper right wing, hyper conservative. Which means, in Mass Effect, you can romance. You romance, well, it's straight romance. You can only romance a male character with a female character. In Mass Effect 3, they started doing gay relationships, homosexual relationships, that's fine. Made Mass Effect 3 progressive. But Mass Effect 3 again came out in 2012. Well, that was just starting in video games. That type of feeling. That type of what's the word for it? that type of, yeah, I'm feeling that much. Basically just putting that into a game. That's when it started in 2012. Now, Mass Effect. You can romance, and at the end of the game, before the final mission, you have an opportunity. You can say yes or no, but you have to get to know the person very well. You don't have to say the right. You don't even have to say really. You have to say the right dialogue, which, by the way, Mass Effect the uh, uses a dialogue system where you use a scroll wheel to select the dialogue. It's very good as well. Um, not only are there good and bad, good and bad. Not only are there not only good and bad decisions, yes, but no. I mean, light side, dark side, good person, bad person decisions. They're neutral and there are other ones. But basically, once you romance someone using that system, um, at the end of the game, you have to romance them a little bit more and say yes to, well, let's say it, mating. Um, and the thing would trigger, and basically, at the end of the game, they show um, ruins of your partner, and that is it. Now, especially, um, especially the Asuri, which we'll find out in the game who they are. But basically, the Asuri, especially them. And the humans, they lit off a little bit, but still. But anyway, so this will affect the game to come, as you know now. And by the way, that generated like a feeling that gamers had, saying, "Oh, whenever that happens in the game." Up to now, because it's so common that people said, "Oh, where's Fox News? Oh, the Fox News will hate this." But no. Um, but if you didn't know, that's pretty much that's the main came from. But anyway, so Mass Effect 2, it seems that you are placed in the same spot. They're in underwear. Actually, don't really show anything at all. And Mass Effect 3, they're in underwear and have similar scenes to Mass Effect 1. But yeah, and in case you're wondering, yeah, the scenes are pretty much all the same. In case you're wondering, and Mass Effect 2, they're all different. In Mass Effect 3, either or. Alright, but anyway, so I think that's about all I want to talk about. Now, one more thing. Now, I had this game on PC and beat it, both Mass Effect 1 and 2. I have Mass Effect 3 on PC because I got it with the, I played, I played SimCity, when it released, and the SimCity launch was pretty bad, which you can still go back and watch the playlist if you're interested. It's not, I don't remember playlist, I don't know, I've kind of forgotten, but yeah, it's there. You want to watch it. SimCity 2013, and because the launch is so bad with that, they decided on Origin to give you a free game. I chose Mass Effect 3. Now, unfortunately, as far as I can tell, Mass Effect 3 it does not carry over from Origin. If you buy the game on Origin, Mass Effect 1 and 2 on Origin, it carries over to Mass Effect 3. If you have Mass Effect on Steam, it does. Mass Effect 1, 2 on Steam, they carry from each other, but they do not carry over to 3, as in Mass Effect 2 does not carry to 3. So, I decided to get it on Xbox. It was the trilogy. It was really cheap because I got it like a year ago at GameStop. But the thing is, well, not really cheap, but you know, it's a 5 disc thing, 3 games. But yeah. But the reason why I really, really wanted to get it for Xbox is the simple fact that you can't really get the DLCs for Mass Effect. No, you can't. Well, you can't get them on Steam. That's a fact. I don't think you can get them Origin either. You can only really get them from their website, which it still works. It's not what happened to the Holy Battlefields, unfortunately for them. But still, it's you have to get it through the Steam. You have to get it through the store. And I thought it would just be easier to, just get it on Xbox and buy the DLCs on Xbox, which I've done. Alright, well, that's been 15 minutes. That would take longer than that. But anyway, so, yeah. Now, by the way, this will be a main segment series, more or less. I will still be going. I'm not going to be playing this really, really hard. Unless, of course, Mass Effect Andromeda gets a solid release date. Then I'll play it really, really, really hard to try to finish it. Because Mass Effect, all of them are pretty much 30-hour games. And that's not including DLC. And that's including Spawning Roses, because my time on Mass Effect on PC is like 35 hours. So yeah. By the way, I had not played Mass Effect 3 on PC yet. When it came out, I watched an LP of it, but I did not play it. So that'd be a new experience. I haven't watched LP in a long time. I haven't really played Mass Effect 1 or 2 in a long time, by the way. So it's not my first time through, unfortunately. Which Mass Effect, the thing about Mass Effect is, if you're going to get them, I would highly suggest, if you're going to get one, just get Mass Effect. If you want the trilogy and you don't want to get them now, I would say if, like, let's say Mass Effect 3 goes on sale first, but then Mass Effect 1 does and Mass Effect 2 does, I would say get Mass Effect 3, but don't play it until you get Mass Effect 1. Play that, then play Mass Effect 2, play Mass Effect 3. Well, there are DLCs to allow you to customize your experience. Basically, if you don't have those two games, or if you're replaying the second or third game, and want to just simply, and want to simply, um, and want to simply, basically, um, choose your choices from there. Now, but yeah, basically, I mean, if you play the game before, it's fine just to get it. Or if you watch SLP, it's fine to just get it that way. But again, Mass Effect is meant to be enjoyed as a trilogy from start to finish, from Mass Effect 1 to Mass Effect 3. I don't know if they're going to do it I don't know if Mass Effect Andromeda will do it, but or is like that, but I don't think it is. Because it takes place in the far future from Mass Effect 3, and also I think different galaxy. I'm not quite sure. But basically, it's not part of it's not part of the Mass Effect series like that. But anyway. Anything else? Yeah. I'm gonna try to make the same decisions I made on PC, but it's basically just how I feel about things, and I was happy with all my decisions on PC. But Mass Effect, all of them are going to throw you some loops, in your decisions, so I will try to recreate them if I can, but still. Um, although, I've been thinking to myself, um, who should be my partner in Mass Effect? As much as I don't like talking about this kind of stuff, or I think it's weird, especially for, YouTubers that have girlfriends, have real life partners, or wives. I don't think it's a bad thing. I just think it's a weird thing. The whole waifu thing. Okay, the waifu thing is way worse than any Western video games, which Mass Effect, by the way, is a fully Western video game. Fully. It's not a JRPG. It's not, it's not anything trying to be a JRPG. It is not a JRPG. It's not made in Japan at all. It's not even made in Japan and trying to be American, Dark Souls like. But still, Mass Effect is Mass Effect. It's a fully Western RPG. Well, it's Canadian. I mean, you can't get everything made in America, unfortunately. But anyway, so yeah, now the reason I'm thinking about this is my first choice in Mass Effect, which I do connect with better. Which I guess my Shepard gets connected with better. Which, by the way, Mass Effect, you can have whatever first or nickname you want. You're always going to get called Shepard because that's your last name. So yeah. I mean, I could always just do a standard command Shepard and do that, but no, that's no fun. It's fun doing a standard commander Shepard. I'll let you think in your head which one I'm talking about, the male one or the female one. Um, but no, yeah, I always want to do a run where I just played Commander Shepard as I think Commander Shepard would be played. Because in Mass Effect, you customize your character and you act as you are. That's your thing. But it will always be cool to do a Shepard series, which I might do in the future. I think for this one, and then with Shepard, I'll definitely choose the other choice I was thinking. I like her a lot, but I connect more with the other one. However, the other one is not in 2. Or she's in 2, but you don't contact her in 2 for various reasons. The third one, or the second one, is in all 3 games, easily. So yeah. If I do Commander Shepard, I might as well do her, although Commander Shepard and the Azuri is always a combination. But everyone does it. That's why it's a good combination, because everyone does it. Jesus. By the way, so we'll figure it out. I probably just want to do what I did on my own, my first run. By the way, one more thing, is I wanted to do Mass Effect for my 18th birthday on the channel to, I'm 18, I might as well play an M-rated game. a real Mass Effect really rated. Yeah, as long as they don't do as long as they don't do the one scene at the end of the game, it's mostly it can be teen rated or E rated, but yeah. Because Mass Effect is like Halo when it's just it can be, it just chooses not to. But anyway, and Command and Conquer and yeah, and Battlefield. But anyway, so by the way, I'm 21 now, which my 21st birthday was 2 months ago. As I'm recording this November 16th, and my birthday was September 10th. So yeah, and then that's my 21st birthday. My 18th birthday was ooh 21, 2016, 20, 2015, 19, it's 14. So yeah, 2013 I would have been 18. Yeah, but anyway, I was busy doing other things. Alright, but anyway, so yeah, that's all I need to say about Mass Effect, and let's go. Mass Effect. By the way, Mass Effect was originally intended as a Xbox 360 exclusive, but it was ported to PC obviously and PS4 or PS3 or PS3. Yeah, cheap months. Content. So there's two. I did wait for a sale to get them all on get all the Mass Effect DLCs, which happens every now and then. You can play. My difficulty normal. I level up. Okay. Styles on yes. Dark Assist. Can I turn it off, please? No. Fine. I'm trying to remember that was on PC as well. I can't remember. That was I'll save on submissions next. I guess yes. That's the longest. That's the longest you can say. You can say this menu thing. Vibration, yes. Y-axis, no. That's looking up and down. Here's sensitivities. Oh, hello. Some changeable sensitivities. All right, remember this can come out 2007. Options for consoles have always been limited, yes, but they just now are starting to get more and more unlimited, starting like 2010. So yeah. Tutorials don't need graphics. Other ranges, medium contrast, alright. Well, default then. Motion blur. Motion blur can be turned on now. That's interesting. That never happens on console. Even today. Foam grain, I would probably turn that off because I hate it. Makes everything look so dark and grainy. It's terrible. I really hate it in Battlefield 3. Because, like, whenever Battlefield 3 is not nearly as it is in my head in terms of graininess, but still, look. Like, I don't want to play it because it's so grainy. It's so dark and grim. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's go.
Welcome to Alliance Military Database.
There you go.
Classified information requested.
Yep. Thankfully, I am the 29. And, well, I guess. In a second, we'll be coming to shipyard. Open the classified top secret.
Establishing secure connection. Secure connection confirmed.
Alright. Here we are. John Shepard, and I believe the opposite is Jane Shepard. Okay, profile reconstruction due to your convert in 7 status. ID records are complete. Please confirm your identity from the records below or register manually. John Shepard. Confirm your ID as CDR John Shepard, Alliance Marine. I will let the game tell its story because it's really well told, or told, I should say. New ID, please. Custom male. Custom female. Just quick start. We'll start. You're gonna be a guy who's going to play as myself. I am Dead9. Because all the options in Mass Effect are very much what I would say. So yeah, this is definitely not gonna be a Durley.
Please log in to access your profile.
He knows our ship, but doesn't know where this flying though. Send. Connection established. Sending. Decrypting. Verifying username. Verifying using data.
Warning, data corruption detected.
Oh. Guy systems. Let's come from the other guys. From the aliens.
Please reconstruct profile.
Alright.
Confirm pre-service history.
Alright. We got pre-service history. Spacer. Both of your parents were in the Alliance military. Your childhood was spent on ships and stations as they transferred from posting to posting, never staying in one location for more than a few years. Following in your parents' footsteps, you enlisted at the age of 18. Here, the Alliance as modern day, or has modern United States, enlistment age. Colonist. You were born and raised on Mindor, a small border colony in the Acton Traverse. When you were 16, slavers, raided marauders, sawing your family and friends. You were saved by a passing Alliance patrol, and you enlisted with the military a few years later. Remember, you're playing as Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard is the commander in the Alliance military. Therefore, you must join the military somehow, or else you won't be Commander Shepard. You'll be just Shepard guy. Earthborn. You were an orphan raised on the streets of the great metropolis covering Earth. You you escaped the life of petty crime and underworld gangs by enlisting with the Alliance military when you turned 18. They were rolling spacer. That's what I did. That's what I did by myself, and it is a little bit more fitting. Yeah, this is just. I mean, the pre-service history matters. It matters. It's recurring. Like your parents show up every now and then in the story. Like for instance, with the spacer, your mom is a admiral or something. So yeah. Um, so it matters, just not a whole lot. As far as I remember, I can tell. I did read the Mass Effect wiki a whole lot, even before I started playing it. So yeah. All right, well, let's do Spacer again. I mean, Earthborn is cool and all because, well, we're from Earth, but you're from, you're from a Dartron thing, and that's not really me. Colonist, parents slaughtered, not really me. Spacer, born in space, which is, I mean, I have the same feeling about being in open space, like I have the same feeling of being open water and being underwater, is I like to have something I can, see that I know I can land on. Because remember, I'm from Florida. I'm not from Hawaii. I'm on a peninsula. I like having coast. Even though I like islands too, but I like being on the island or going across an island chain as opposed to being in the middle of the Pacific or the Atlantic. I guess even more so Atlantic because there are no islands in the middle of the Atlantic really. There's tons of islands in the middle of the Pacific, but still. Yeah, I don't like it. But it's fine.
Confirm psychological profile.
Alright, what she said. Alright, so Survivor, during the service, a mission you were on went horribly wrong, trapped in an extreme survival situation. You had to overcome physical torments and psychological stresses that would have broken most people. You survived while all those around you fell, and now you're alone. Or now you are alone or left to tell the tale. I think that's the one I went with, because when I don't die, when I don't got dying games, I'm usually like that. I'm usually the last man standing easily, and I usually can go home and say, "Oh right, yeah, one died," or I'm the one that I'm the one that won the battle. By the way, okay, war hero. Early in military career, you found yourself facing overwhelming force. You risked your own life to save your fellow soldiers and defeat the enemy despite impossible odds. Your bravery and heroism have earned you medals and recognition from the Lions Plate. Yeah, that's me. That's fair enough. That's me. Let's not kid ourselves. Ruthless. Throughout your military career, you have held fast to one basic rule: get the job done. You've been called cold, calculating, and brutal. Your reputation for ruthless efficiency makes your fellow soldiers worry of you. But when failure is not an option, the military always goes to you first. Not me. Not me at all. Definitely war hero. Search survival is basically if you want to be more normal and slightly saddened. War heroes also if and don't think we I don't think I clear answer whether or not these actually do anything. I don't. They must do something in Mass Effect, but I'm not quite sure what to do. You could mess with your stats bits in with the last ones, or it could mess with how people look at you as early game. But yeah, how Shepard might react more. But yeah, this one is for if you want to be a war hero. If you don't get, and you don't mind people looking at you as such, or people looking down at you as such. And ruthless is as well if you want to just kill everything, and you want to be the guy that just kills everything and doesn't care much. I mean, he says he's got the job done. He's working for the Alliance. The Alliance are good people, so yeah, he's not a bad person per se. He just does not care. But yeah, we're going war hero, which is probably what I went with.
Confirm military specialization.
All right, I had to take a quick drink of water. Oh, I'm going to quickly look up the effects as well. Um, on Mass Effect 2, which I don't have anymore for some reason. Just because I guess because I haven't looked at it in a long time. But yeah, now these actually do stuff I know for a fact. This changes your starting stats more or less. Which I think matters a bit, but not too much. Repeat the thing actually fast and weird. There we go. Oh, it's the dumbass that's popping up, making the thing resize. By the way, soldier. Soldiers are combat specialists ideas for the front lines of a firefight. Soldiers can improve health, can train in the use of all weapon types, serve ability to use mean armor, drones, and can specialize in heavy armor. Yep. Engineer. Engineers are tech specialists using the holographic Omni tool. Which the Omni tool, while basically being your tech pad, your big a watch they mess with for your computer and also a wrist computer. It's also a stabby stab. It's also a dagger. Um, Now when you go in close quarters to do dagger assassinations, so I kind of forgot. I kind of forgot how the process works, but basically it's a stabby stab as well. A holographic stabby stab. So yeah. But anyways, also engineers. Oh, I read that. Oh, yeah. Okay. They can decrypt security systems, repair and modify technical equipment, disrupt enemy weapons or shields, and can heal their squad. Engineers can only use light armor and can only receive weapons training with pistols. Which the pistols part's fine. I always use pistols in Mass Effect. I always use pistols. Period. Except when it's Alpha 4. But the thing is light armor. So no. Adepts are by I think just by knock or I forgot how you say that. Bionic, yeah, but no, Biok. Basically, they have second powers, kinda, but they're different because how humans get powers like this, force powers, psychic powers, is by basically they start off sensitive to them a tiny bit, but then they get really heavily modified. You can make them, but they're not necessarily stable. Anyway, so adepts are bionic, a biok, or I can't say, I'm failing on the T. Biotech specialists. Through upgradable implants, they can use their bionic powers to lift or throw objects, shield the squad, and disable destroy enemies. Adepts can only use light armor and can Only see weapons training pistols. Alright, that's interesting. I mean, it makes sense if they go and give it to engineers, why don't give it to those guys? Infiltrator. Infiltrators combine combat and tech abilities to specialize in killing or disabling enemies at long range. Infiltrators are trained to use Omni tools, focusing on decryption and offensive abilities rather than healing. They can use pistols or sniper rifles and medium armor. Okay, Sentinel. Sentinels combine bionic and tech abilities. Typically, they use violent abilities and advanced healing skills to defend allies, though they can also disrupt opponents with bionic or not bionic. That means you're a cyborg. Bio, biotech or biotech attacks. They will say it eventually, and I will be able to remember from them. I'll remember from them, but I forget right now. I forget right now. It's supposed to say it, and my mind cannot wrap around the words. Anyway, so they are effective. They are more efficient at tech and bionics than other classes, but at extensive combat. Sentinels can only use light armor and receive no advanced weapon training. Um, I'm not quite sure because again, I think I went soldier or vanguard, but I forget which. But basically, no, I went soldier. But basically, I think you can use any weapon you want. Maybe I forget though. I don't know if it's strict or you just or your guy or skipper just really sucks them. But anyway, so also Vanguard, or finally Vanguard, bionic weapons, and they combine bionics and weapons to take down opponents, and are especially deadly at short range. They use pistols and shotguns, and can specialize in medium armor. Now, since I like heavy armor, and soldiers are very well specialized, are very well not specialized. Soldiers are more general purpose because remember, while you start basically Mass Effect, you start with massive stat boosts, but there's no reason why you can't upgrade to those stats. And also, I think you can upgrade to those weapons and upgrade to the armor. It just takes a whole long. It takes a whole lot of points and a lot longer than let's say the soldier can, or bionics or using bionics with the soldier. I prefer to use that thing right there, the assault rifle and the pistol. That's what I prefer using in Mass Effect. Mostly the pistol, but assault rifle's pretty cool, and also rocket launchers are also really helpful sometimes. So we're definitely going soldier.
Confirm facial identification.
That's enough fun. I'm not Shepard. I am Dearly. I'm just blind.